Good afternoon, students. Welcome to exam-based conduct class for 2018. Your course is Diploma in Policing. Your subject is Police Public Relations and Practices. I'm Master Tamarab, your tutor for this course. The outline for the presentation will be your assignment structure, your assignment preparation and writing tips. Then I will explain the continuous assessment and calculation. Then we look at your structure of your examination and the preparation for your examination and what you need and should do during your examination. Your assignment structure, you will have one assignment that counts 120 marks, and that will be your only assessment for your continuous assessment for this subject. You answer all the questions. Question 1 of the assignment will be short questions of 1 mark allocation. Question 2 to 4 will range from 4 to 30 marks. All questions in the assignment are from your study guide, or content of your study guide provided by IOL. Assignment preparation and writing tips. Students should read the questions carefully before answering or starting with your assignment. You are not limited to the study guide only, but may consult any other relevant supplementary sources of information. You can consult ex-officers, you can consult officers that is in practice. Consult all the relevant study material that you will need in preparing for the assignment. The better you prepare, the better marks you obtain for your assignment, and then the better final mark you will have. Assignment preparation. Look at what is required from you in the question, like discuss, explain, demonstrate, name, list, etc., so that you can be able to answer exactly what is required. Otherwise, you will find yourself in a question that says you must name an item, then you will discuss it and waste your time. When you are prepared to answer an assignment, try by all means to summarize the information you obtain from books, journals, internet, or either human source. Do not copy your study guide, as the guide should only assist you in understanding the subject matter. Institutional policies prohibits plagiarism. Therefore, you are urged in all seriousness to avoid copying from your textbooks, your study guide, without acknowledging the source of your information. Provide practical examples to demonstrate your understanding whenever you explain something or subject matter. We will look at your continuous assessment and calculation of your marks. Continuous assessment, in this case for this subject, it's only one assignment that amounts to 120 marks. From the 120 marks, your contribution that the continuous assessment have to your final mark is 40% weight. The mark obtained will be calculated as follows. If you obtain, for instance, 20, it will be divided by 6 times 5 to get a final mark out of 100. A 50% continuous mark assessment mark is required for admission to the exam. So if you score less than 50%, you will not be allowed to write exam. A final pass mark of 50 is required, calculated by 60% of the examination mark and 40% of the continuous assessment mark. A sub-minimum of 50 must be attained in the examination. For example, suppose you are having your assignment continuous mark is 50. Your examination mark is 50. Now the 50 for the continuous assessment will be calculated against the 40% weight. That will be 50 times 40 divided by 100. That gives you 20. Now your contribution of your continuous assessment is only 20 to your final mark. Then you score, for instance, 50 in your examination. It will be calculated against the 60, that is the weight for your subject, and then divided by 100, that gives you 30. So that's the minimum you can score in your assessments. At least it will give you a final mark of 50 that will allow you to progress to the next level. Examination structure. The examination, it's 120 marks and it's for 2.5 hours. You need to answer all the questions during your exam. There will be multiple choice questions, true and false statements, and other short questions with marks ranging from 1 to 5. Additional to that, the paper will consist of long questions that range from 10 to 15 marks. All questions in your examination paper are from the content in the study material provided by IOL. So you need to read it through. You need to read additional resources. Your timetable, you need to make sure that you receive your timetable well advanced. If you don't have your timetable, you might not know where to write and when to write. So consult IOL well before time so that you can have your timetable ready and so that you can prepare accordingly. Material, there is no additional material requested for this subject, so you only carry your student card, which is important, and your pens. If you run out of ink, then there might be nobody to assist you with a pen, so have enough pens, watches, rulers, etc., and your student card. Read all the topics in your study guide for preparation on multiple choice, fill in missing words, true and false questions. Study hard for the examination to avoid disappointment. Normally students fail to study and then they blame the lecturer, so avoid that. Study, go through your work and pass your exam. What you need to prepare for the exam is that you need to look at community policing, the principles, initiatives, benefits and partnership of community policing, theories of community policing, public relations and community policing license, the symbiotic relationships between police and the community development, community crime prevention initiatives, community defense and community development models. Have a look at it. Public health emergencies, read through essential public health functions and the public health approaches, neighborhood watch, the wait and sit approach in community policing. If you have time on what I just explained to you, there will be no hassles for you to pass your exam. Study hard. What you need to do during the exam is that you need to make sure that your student number is written correctly, if possible on all pages of your script. Write your details as requested on the answer script. Write down the correct model name and code. It creates confusion if code and name of model is wrong, as the paper are sent from one tutor to another tutor for marking. As a result of that, a delay in marking process. Because if you delay your paper, IOL normally sends out the results at once, then meaning that you will delay the results of other students. If you receive already designed answer scripts, please make sure that the subject name and code is correctly entered, and if not, rectify it before time. Read instructions carefully and ensure you know what is required before you start writing. Read the exam paper first and make sure you understand the instructions and questions. Do not dive into writing without the first reading the entire paper. Students tend to answer wrong questions and lose valuable points in that process. Answer questions in the correct sequence as they are in the question paper. Don't start, for example, of question 1, 3, 5, then you write 2, 4 at the end of the paper without even indicating anything. This is very much confusing. And if it happens that you have to do it, please clearly mark your question of your answers. Otherwise, you will lose it out. You are not permitted to take any form of notes into the exam room. Plan how much time you will give to each question in order to save time. Plan your time wisely and write as quickly and neatly as you can. This can ensure that you finish in time. Please take note, the mark allocation will determine the length of your answer. You can't give an answer of 2 pages for 1 mark. So look at your mark allocation and answer accordingly. All the best of your study, and I wish you all the best and good luck with your examination and your assignment preparation.